I'm concerned for Wendy Williams. Okay. I know she's not perfect. She's had her issues in the past. I have my own issues with some of the things she's done. But seriously, let's talk about this. I'm really concerned about Wendy. Peep the succession of events, okay? First, they said that Wendy tested positive for COVID and they needed to stop the show for a little bit so everybody could quarantine. Then all of a sudden, she checked herself into a mental institution. Wendy checked herself into a mental institution. Please, guys, don't forget that just a few, before the pandemic, she said she went viral with Dr. Oz for saying that she was never, ever going to take the vaccine.
I'm back with my friend and fellow daytime host, Wendy Williams. So let me push you on this hot topic. In fact, it's the hottest topic in medicine right now, the COVID vaccine. I just got vaccinated. I did okay. I didn't have any issues there. Notice the huge biceps muscles, the pectoralis, by the way.
Mehmet, you know you're a very sexy man.
So, are you planning on getting your vaccine?
No.
No.
No. I don't trust it. I've never gotten the flu shot either, though, and you and I have talked about that, and several of the doctors on my team talked to me about, Wendy, we'll get the flu shot. I've never had the flu. I'm not getting a flu shot. I very rarely get a cold. I never have headaches. I don't take an aspirin because I feel my heart murmur or something like that. No, I don't trust it. There, I said it. I don't trust it.
Wendy, I got to say, I disagree. I think the vaccine is safe. It was studied carefully in 75,000 people, didn't have any major issues. Tens of millions of people are getting it now, not seeing big problems. And I got to say, it's worked so well. I think it is a very wise move, which is why I really think you should get the vaccine. I think you'll feel safer if you do as well. So are there questions that I can answer for you about the vaccine that might make you more comfortable?
No.
None.
No, because I watch you talk about it. I've seen you talk about it a lot. I've read your site. I see you talk about it. I've seen you talk about it with Rosanna and Lori and everybody. And you know what? Maybe, and I'm not saying I get it for this reason, but if there was a woman who was Black like me, who worked in a stressful job, but also did not wear that stress at home. You know, this is a stressful job, but I know how to go home and, just let the stress go. She would have to be like me. She would have to be like me and my age, because that vaccine affects different people depending on your background and your diet.
So if someone like you, similar age, similar types of tension in their life, got the vaccine and did well, would you get the vaccine?
No.
Well, you just said that's what it would take for you to get past your fears.
Doesn't mean I'd get it. Listen, I'm still wearing masks. I was a germaphobe a bit even before all this happened, the COVID. So I will not move past wearing masks. I will be wearing masks probably for the rest of my life. I now live in New York, which, I know the trashmen do the best that they can, but, there's a lot of pollution. I'm not eating on the sidewalk. I don't like sidewalk cafes. I don't want the car exhaust in my food, nor do I want somebody having a heart attack at the wheel, jumping the curb and killing me while I'm enjoying a crepe.
All right.
I'm not. I can't. You doctors, you talk a lot of hocus pocus to me. And I go home and I think about it. And then I come up with my own decision, because only I know ultimately what's best for me, unless you can show me the proof. You know what I mean? You get a good old colonoscopy and then they tell you exactly what's up there in your booty and stuff. And, that you don't have colon cancer and you need more roughage or you need less of this or less of that. I don't have irritable bowel syndrome, which is what a lot of doctors told me when I was going through, my situation with not being able to make a number 2. And finally, I was diagnosed with, Wendy, you just don't make regular number 2s. I was like, I eat all the right food. I've stopped eating cheese. So I take a Linzess a day, the best pill invented, and I go regularly. And I swear by it. And lymphedema. do you know how many doctors I went to who thought that I was swelling on my feet and ankles because of, poor diet, swelling on my feet and ankles because I stand on my feet too long, swelling on my feet and ankles for various reasons, to which only to find out that I have lymphedema.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me go back to vaccines for a second, because what you say and believe is so important to a lot of people. I mean, millions and millions of Americans are going to say, Wendy Williams didn't get a vaccine, so I don't want to get a vaccine. So let me just ask you, if there's anything that could happen that would make you feel comfortable. 10 million people get vaccinated without a problem. Your neighbor gets vaccinated, a sibling, your son gets vaccinated, someone that's dear to you gets vaccinated and does well, that might make you think, just to get past the hassle of having to lie on my back, recovering from COVID-19, or maybe not recovering, is not worth the risk, that I might actually consider this vaccine?
I'm not getting the vaccine. Listen, 10 million people and more have the flu vaccine, and how many people per year catch the flu? No, I'm not getting the vaccine, Dr. Oz. I'm not. I don't trust it.
And is there something in particular you don't trust about it? The fact that it was made quickly, the fact that we don't have enough follow-up? What specifically is bothering you about it?
Doctors are really smart people, but doctors don't know everything. And that's been proven as well. I'm not getting the vaccine. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't get the vaccine, everybody watching. I'm just saying I'm not getting the vaccine.
I think maybe you should come over for dinner and we should talk a little bit. What do you think?
Nope.
Not about
because you're going to put the vaccine. I'm going to come back from the bathroom and feel something stick me in the booty, and that would have been you with the needle.
She knows me. All right, Wendy. Pay attention to what she's saying, except the vaccine part. That part, you're coming over, Wendy. We're talking about it. One day, good or bad, you're going to figure this out. I think you'll agree. God bless you.
Now she tested positive, and now she's checking herself into a mental institution. Please, let's not also forget that her husband, with all of his faults, now I'm not saying their divorce wasn't necessary, but let's keep it real. He was her bodyguard. Nobody was messing with that dude from Brownsville. Nobody was messing with him, okay? He is gone now. He is not there to protect her any longer. She is all by herself. Where's Wendy's friends? Does Wendy have any friends? We have to think about this. Not only that, and so now they're like, oh, she's on drugs. And that's so easy for us to believe, because we know that Wendy's had her problems in the past. We know Wendy's had her problem with addiction. We know Wendy's been honest about that she's had problems with addiction in the past. We also saw Wendy fall out wearing the Statue of Liberty costume a couple years ago. So we know.
It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress. I immediately, go to the teleprompter, about to do the game, and that's when you saw me with the eyes. Because it was scary. It was really scary. The costume got hot. All of a sudden, right before passing out, I felt like I was in the middle of a campfire.
So we know it's so easy for them to just put this on drugs. This is what really prompted me to do this, because I'm like, they're really throwing Wendy under the bus. They got her brother on here trying to act like he knows how she's doing.
So give you updates periodically, as I see, or as the family sees fit, on Wendy's condition. But she's doing well. She's stable. Have spoken with her. And we're hanging in there. She's hanging in there. We're praying. She's fighting. We're praying. Yeah, so, thanks.
But her and the brother was fighting.
Tommy, let me tell you something right now. All you are is my brother. You better stop talking the way you're talking, because now it's dripping into my comment page. See, I wasn't searching for Tommy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was simply looking, Andy, I can't believe you're this kind of person, that he's pegging me to be a person that I am not. Honey, you don't want me to start pegging you to be the person that you are. With full-blown receipts.
The only person I would really trust to come out and say something is the mom, and the mom is no longer with us. She's an ancestor now.
I talked to my dad, and my dad said, Wendy, I'm not mad at you. You did the right thing. I said, Dad, but there's more to the story, and you know it, and you know it. So here it is. Count me down, because I don't want to spend more than a minute and a half on this. Seriously. Tommy, you know I was at Mommy's service. And you know she looked beautiful in her casket. And you know that you fist fought a loving member of our family, half your age, who was supposed to be somebody, a blood relative, everyone, not my son. My son is in the back, shocked that he's at his grandmother's funeral, studying for a midterm. And I'm going between a closed service, saying hello to people, and also my son wanted me to quiz him so that he gets an A. It's weird how kids are, but he's 20, and it was something. You started a fight over an open casket right there with my mother. Thank God we were at a civilized funeral home. And the man of the funeral home blocked so Mommy wouldn't fall out and there'd be a catastrophe. You should know better at 53. And for all of you all who wonder why I said on that day I appreciated my ex-husband more than I could ever appreciate my brother, it's because my ex-husband was invited to be there. I went to my father. My mother and I had talked about this a long time ago. You know, when you're 86 years old, it doesn't just happen. You know, it's a slow process. And for me, I'm the daughter or family member or whoever who would talk to my mom about anything.
Seriously, somebody check on Wendy. Kevin, I know you don't like her or whatever, but y'all was married for how long? Can you please check on Wendy?